space, right? Class A commercial office building. That's one part of our investment. We also operate as a private lender. Anything from bundle loans or bundle mortgages, where you take someone that might have 3 properties and we refinance them and gave them a bundle mortgage on the 3 properties. We've received mortgage payments and payouts. That's happening right now. Black investor King Paul out of Cincinnati. We've done rehab loans, right? Construction loans. We've done purchase and rehab loans. Done so on apartment complexes like Queen Saran in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We were able to fund her on 14 units on acquisition and construction.
Hey, what's up, Black family? This is Super Mike 2164. I want to talk about the situation with Jay Morrison and Tony, the closer, McDaniels, Tony McDaniels, and just business drama. Now, what I want y'all to do, I'll tell you straight up, I'm an investor in Tulsa real estate. I believe in and I'll tell you what's valuable to me in Tulsa. But, and why it must succeed. It's bigger than Jay. But if you're looking at stuff from an ant level, you're looking at patterns from an ant level. And the only way you can look at patterns from an elevated level, up a couple, I'm not super high, but I've walked a couple stories. And when you say stories, that means I've read history. That's how you elevate your viewpoint, and you're able to see wider patterns. And so what I want to just do is go over the situation as I understand it. This is just business. And I think the people who are anxious for the Tulsa real estate fund to fail is they want to be right that Jay Morrison is a scammer so badly that they don't care what happens to who. They just want to be right. And see, when you're at that point, you're having a big problem. That's a problem, and that's a big problem for black people, and that's how we are really literally guided to destroy every endeavor that can help us develop. So I just want y'all to I got a couple little pieces of facts and everything, but this is just my take. It's my opinion. I tell you straight up, the Tulsa fund must succeed. So that's where I'm gonna come down on it. So I'll tell you that straight up. But I looked into Tony a little bit. I did not know the brother. I did not know the brother at all. And I just looked into him a little bit, so I still don't know him. I just, the few facts and figures and stuff from other interviews and stuff that he's done, just to form a basic level opinion, because when we're making judgments on stuff like this fund is extremely important for Black America. And most of the black people who, most of the people who are trying to straight up destroy the fund are probably black people. But these are black people who are, we have these kind of emotional things where we're not trying to understand how this affects that, how this affects that, and all that kind of thing. Net benefit. I'm looking at the negatives, which I will say some negatives that I've seen that Jay did. I've seen some negatives, even though I still think Jay is a net positive. I think Tony could be a net positive for Black community, but I'll get into that a little bit later. But the point is, what's looked at here is Tony, the closer, McDaniels. He's a former NFL star and a former car salesman. He got into real estate, and so now he's doing the real estate thing, and he's building his profile in real estate. But Tony and Jay, Tony was putting on an event, according to what Tony interviewed with Antonio Moore, who is, I believe, bad news. Who's bad news? Antonio Moore and Yvette Carnell are bad news. He did an interview with Antonio Moore. Of course, Antonio Moore was one of the highest profile. He came out against the Tulsa Fund even before the Tulsa Fund even raised a dime. He was really he did not understand the fund.
What's going down right now, currently?
So look, we gonna be all across the country. We got ADOS in Los Angeles, ADOS in Charlotte. We got ADOS all across the country ready to hear this discussion. But I want to set this up a little bit because we've been waiting 2 years. Y'all know I said the TRF. Y'all know I said didn't make no sense. We here now, and Tony the Closer is laying out the case for why it don't make no sense.
He just didn't like that Jay Morrison came out the way he did. He didn't like that because it goes against all the theories that Antonio Moore and Yvette Carnell have. They think that Black America has no way to do anything in and of itself. We must have government assistance. Otherwise, we're dead forever. We have, this is the philosophy. This is the core philosophy of Antonio Moore and Yvette Carnell. And it's in the ADOS thing, there's evidence showing that they stole that label and logic, but I'm not going to even go into that. But the point is, these two guys, they literally think that black folks cannot do anything in and of ourselves. We don't have any money. We can't do anything. We can't produce businesses. We cannot compete. And I disagree with that. In any business person who knows that black America is very we have business professionals, we have revenue incoming into our hands that we have control of, but it passes through. We have a lot of stuff that we have the potential to produce for ourselves, but we are disorganized, right? Our stuff is not organized. That's our problem. So here we go. Tony did an interview explaining his positions with Antonio Moore. He was talking about how Jay, and him had this event. Well, he had an event planned. Jay Moore, he was going to bring in some of the big real estate professionals in the country to try to speak at his event. Jay Morrison was one of those people that he brought in to speak at his event. Jay agreed to speak at the event, and I guess some other people. And Tony says that Jay made a suggestion to elevate the profile of this event and made some suggestions to Tony, who is the controller of the event. Tony is the controller of the event. He's the boss of that event. Everything that happened because he agreed. He is the organizer of that event. So he agreed to the suggestions that Jay Morrison said to elevate this event. Tony admitted in the interview with Antonio Moore, Tony, the closer, he admitted that he didn't research Jay. I just seen he had 300 Instagram followers, 300,000 Instagram followers with a blue check. I didn't know much about him, about his history. I didn't do all the research. So I'm just trying to get people to understand, like, this is business here. This is business. This is day-to-day type business. Ain't no damn scams happening. This is business. Business is competing, competitiveness. Okay? There are legal methods of doing business. Business is warfare. And black folks, we run around here talking about business and somebody scammed you and give Tony his money back. Lord. I mean, literally. We don't. Okay, so that's fine. Whatever opinion we want to jump down on that. I listened to the interview with Tony Moore. I'm trying to listen to Tony's point. He brought up little issues of character. We don't have to like Jay. This is a fund manager. This is a fund manager who is a successful personality that does well in this financial world. He is doing legal business. He's doing legal business. Maybe Tony couldn't survive in that environment. Jay was dominant. So the bottom line is, those two did not do business well together. Tony said that he came to Atlanta, they ate somewhere, he said, Jay Morrison walked out because he forgot his wallet. So, but then, okay, he said Jay walked out and didn't pay for the dinner, left him with the dinner, and the dinner was $500. That's what they said. So that was Tony's side. This is business, guys. You handle business a certain way. Disputes happen all the time in business. So anyway. So now they didn't agree on the way to do the business correct. These type of things, I guess Tony and EJ got in Jay Morrison's wife did not get along well. They had clashes, and that is a recipe for disaster because Ernestine Morrison helped them, from the beginning build that business. So, that is what it is. It dissolved, and so they had a dispute about $100,000 giveaway. Okay. All right. Now Jay Morrison has a side to that story. He put his truth campaign out there. He says that he tried to solve this problem with Tony, and Tony wouldn't agree on some of the solution methods, and that's fine.
Do all these antics. We don't gotta act like teenage boys online. That's not leadership. That's not role models. If we have a legitimate business gripe and dispute, arbitrate it, mediate it, litigate it. Period. And so since he won't litigate it, the one who he's saying is a fraud and a thief, I'm the one that is suing him. So why would I be going to court if I had something to hide or that I did something illegitimate? Just think about that with your rational mind. So I invite him to the Black House. I said on Instagram, please stop talking about my wife. We don't respect that where I'm from, right? I got the receipts. I said, come to 3015 R and Martin Street, the big black building. I'll even cover your travel costs to come see me in person, one-on-one, not to strap it out and be hood or thug it out or be gangster, but as businessmen to solve this like leaders and role models. He declined. He FaceTimed me, we talked for an hour, and he refused to come to the Black House. That was through his attorney, through my Instagram invite, he FaceTimed me, it didn't happen. So let's get back to the facts. Hopefully you can believe and see that $50,000 he's saying that I owe him is not $50,000. There's a arguable amount of money we can talk about that is owed, and I agree to that. My wife agrees, we agree that there's a balance due. We have to agree on that balance. And you also have to take back your disparagement claims that we stole and we fraud. I really want a public retraction and apology to my wife. So I can tell you that. But nevertheless, there's an amount we can dispute through arbitration, mediation, or litigation. Instagram court ain't gonna cut it. All you're doing, which is what he said, is, I'm getting to the second $50,000. So he said, in one comment, he said we owed him $40,000. We have the receipts. Another one, he said we owe him $50,000. We have the receipts. In another video, he said we owe him $100,000. We have the receipts. Bola Alert reported that he said he sent us $50,000 of a $100,000 giveaway, and we never gave it back. Bola Alert also reported that he contacted them and said, oh, that was a misstatement. But that's after Spiritual Word reposted it and other blogs reposted it, that it was out there that he sent us $50,000 and we kept it and never gave it back. It's not true. He never sent us $50,000. These are the actual facts of the level of disparagement and lies that we've been under attack. So there was a $100,000 giveaway that we were going to do part of our event. When we severed ties as businessmen, he said, I'm still going to move forward and give away $100,000. We were no longer a part of that. I let him know that. He then took all the credit on stage for the $100,000 giveaway.
But that is so-called being litigated in court. It's supposed to be they're supposed to be suing each other. Okay. According to Tony is going to sue Jay. He's trying to get a class action lawsuit, and and talking about how he went and found Jay Morrison's ex-wife and got stories from her. He found disgruntled employees from the white people from the Tulsa real estate fund that they were supposed to be angry at Jay, and so he's getting them to, you know, squeal or say their stuff. Disgruntled employees, but ex-employees, right? And you know, it is what it is, right? That's work stuff. That is work shit. To me, that's how I look at it. So, you got Jay Morrison. He says his part, which, like I said, this seems like work stuff. It seems like a business dispute. And to me, this is not personal. This is not like this. When you're at institutional level, you don't handle disputes like niggas in the damn street. And see, this is the problem I have with Antonio Moore, especially. See, Antonio Moore and Tony, the closer, been waiting for 2 years to grill Jay Morrison. It's not about the community. It's not about developing. You know, it's all about 2
One more
years.
thing. When I look over here, I'm not being disrespectful to Tony. I'm looking at the chat. We're live on YouTube. Please support this channel. I'm going to be
Blah, 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 blah.
That you saw all the Tulsa Real Estate Fund marketing campaigns on.
You talking about the one that was standing outside looking like Benson, looking like you talking about that one with the suits and everything?
So I go to the house to meet them to take pictures, and when we go there, they were like, hey, basically you couldn't use the bathrooms, and it was like everybody was basically standing outside. So it was more like it was like a rental or whatever. Like it was kind of.
That's marketing. This is so stupid.
Like the fire is hot. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was definitely something to pay attention to. So a couple weeks go by, we're headed towards the marketing campaign to the Las Vegas event. So Jay and I are interested in helping them build, you know, that part of their company. I said I just want to see the event through, and then after that we would reevaluate everything. Because at that point it was so distasteful how they had approached me. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all trying to shame me. I'm not about to let you shame me when I'm living my life the right way and doing everything the right way. Like, that's not what you're not about to do. I said, I look at you online, talk about I call people king, and I call people king even when they don't live like a king, because I believe in people always being kings, blah, blah, blah. Now you're trying to shame me in this actual, in this conversation. So, I tell them essentially, yeah, we can do the event, but, you know, basically the Jay Morrison Academy and all the, you know, the back end stuff was off the table, the COO role. And